I just drove by this way. I'm going back because there was like a whole deer out in the middle of the street, just like in broad daylight. It's 5:20 in the afternoon and there's like a deer just sitting at the like gas station. Like, where are we living? So I wanted to see if I could catch it on camera. I don't know. I went too far up, so I don't know if I'm gonna miss it. I don't know if it maybe crossed the street or somebody scared it by now, but it was right here. Oh, freak. Is it gone? It was a big ass deer, dude. Like a fucking jumbo deer just right here on this construction site. Where is it? Like, I need to... Like, sometimes I wish your eyes could like capture things in the moment, because that was like something to see randomly in the moment. My camera like wasn't on or ready to go here on this construction site. Oh, there it is. You see it? There's two of them. It's two of them on the... I don't know if you caught it. It was two of them on the construction site.
Kids, let Mom and Dad talk for a second.
No, Mom, we're scared.
So I just got back from the movies and I wanted to show you guys a little bit of an update of where we are right now with the move situation. So I got rid of the TV stand. As you can see, it's gone. And I also got rid of the rug. Someone came and bought both items today, two separate people. No argument on the prices. I did have to lower the prices to get their attention, but they're both gone. That's the ultimate goal. That's what we wanted. Trash can's still here. Keurig is still here. Air fryer is still here. Fan, definitely going to keep until the very last day. And then I'm pretty sure I won't have any problem selling that because it's hot as hell here. I'm starting to think that maybe the reason why my Keurig is not selling is because I shouldn't be selling it. And the same for the trash can, because when I get the next apartment, I'm gonna need a trash can and I'm gonna end up buying that again. And so does it make sense to sell the trash can when I'm gonna be needing it again in the future? I was thinking about the fan situation, like whether or not I should sell it, because like I said, it's hot here in Seattle. None of these apartments come with standard air conditioning. And so I don't know if I'm going to end up just buying this fan again. I thought about selling it for like 40 bucks because I saw the same exact one on Amazon for like 47. And I was like, well, I could just rebuy it again when I get the next apartment for 47 after I sold it for 40. So I don't know if somebody would even buy it for 40. I'm gonna try posting it for 40 and see what happens. And then here is just shoes, which most of these shoes I'm just gonna pack up because I use all of them. I started using those for the gym, as long as those shoes for the gym. And don't ask me why I bought new Crocs. But I got Crocs. Actually, the tie-dye is not new. I just threw it in that bag. But this tie-dye is not new, but this tie-dye is new. I exchanged a pair that I had, the pair with the little spaceman on it, for this one. So technically it's not new because it was an even exchange at the Crocs store. So I have these pair of Crocs, and now these two. So I have a total of 4 right now. And I don't need any more. These winter boots, I think people are not trying to buy it because it's not winter time right now and they can't see themselves needing it until winter. It's like people's minds are so small here. They don't think ahead. They kind of live in the moment a little bit more, which is not that bad of a thing. I don't think living in the moment is bad, but it's like they can't see that they might need this in the wintertime. So anyway, I just got home from the movies. It's like 10:45 right now. My shift started at 10, but I didn't get any calls, so I just went to see a movie. And I went to see the movie Old by M. Night Shyamalan. I don't know how you say his name, but so M. Night Shyamalan's movies typically are not really scary. They're more so like what is the word? Like thrillers. I think, but they're not like horror. They are more so like movies that kind of mess with your mind. And when you kind of get to the end of the movie, there's usually always a twist in all his movies. So it's always something to look forward to. So even if the movie is not very good, most times the twist at the end is pretty good. And it's the same for the TV show, The Servant. It's called Servant or something. It's the same with that. Like, you think it's going one way, and then at the end it gets to a twist and you're like, oh, I didn't see that coming. And so it's like, it's kind of the same thing. So I went to see the movie Old, and I'm pretty sure most of you have seen the preview for this movie, but basically it's about different families that end up on this private beach, and when they get to the private beach, they start to age pretty rapidly in one day, basically. The preview kind of gives away some of the movie. It doesn't give away the whole movie, because like there's a twist in that movie, and it doesn't give that part away, which I don't know if I want to give that away. I'm not one to like spoil a movie, especially if a movie just came out. It doesn't make sense to me to spoil something for someone else. So I'm not gonna spoil the movie for anybody, but I will say that I think it was decent. I think that you should go see it. It's not, I mean, it's probably on HBO Max. I don't know. I was looking over there because the TV used to be right there, but it's probably on HBO Max right now. So that's like one of the few joys that I like to do. I like to go to the movies, and then I recently got the Regal Unlimited Pass, where I can see as many movies as I want for like $24 a month. I used to have the one with AMC, but I realized that I was going to the Regal Cinebar the most, and so I was like, it doesn't make sense to have an AMC pass where you can only watch 3-4 movies a month, versus Regal, where I go almost every week. And so it was just like, I might as well just get the Regal one. So I canceled the AMC and started the Regal one, and so far it was pretty good. There was a 53-cent convenient fee for buying online, so I may be able to avoid that convenient fee if I go up there and buy it, but I wanted to just get the ticket and get it out of the way, make sure my ticket was purchased, and so I just paid the 53 cents. It's hard to like give your review on movies, because like you're gonna end up like spoiling the movie for someone else if you're like giving a review, especially on a Monday. It's Monday right now, and the movie just came out on Friday, and so it's like, if I post this and it spoils someone's time, I don't want it to spoil somebody's time. But I don't know, I'm someone who likes like thrillers and horror movies, and I like to be really scared. This movie is not scary at all. It's kind of appropriate for kids, not small children, but I think like maybe like teens, almost teens. I don't remember it having very much cursing in it. I don't even think they cursed at all, honestly. And there's no like exposed nudity or anything like that in this movie. There's nothing like that. There is some graphic scenes of like cutting, like somebody cutting someone else's like face and arms. So if you're like somebody who's like squeamish about someone getting cut, you might not want to watch that. Oh, there was a nudity scene. There was like the dead girl's butt was showing, and that was about it. When they flipped her over, they didn't show like boobs or anything like that. In case you take your kids, I just want you to be aware that there's a naked butt. So right now I'm taking all of my storage bins and I am smushing them into one big tower and just kind of merging them all into each other. So this one is a little bit full, but I'm gonna try to merge it into this one, and so that some of the packing is started. I've got some pants up here that I decided that I'm gonna keep. So what I'm doing right now, I'm starting to pack or just put some clothes down on the floor into my suitcase that I want to bring with me to Georgia. So as you guys know, again, I'm taking at least a month off of work in August. I don't know if I'm going to take the full month yet, but I know I'm going to take most of the month. So right now I'm just kind of packing up my suitcase, just deciding like what I want to bring with me to Georgia, and then what I want to pack up to leave into my, in my car while I'm gone. So that's what I'm doing right now while I have time, because I don't have any work calls. Every time I decide to move out of an apartment, I always feel like really strong about my decision. And then like as I'm packing to move, I start to get like a little bit of feeling of regret. It's like when I made the decision to move, I was like very strong about that decision. Like my mind was pretty much made up. I knew what I wanted to do. This is how I operate. This is what it is. So when I'm like, okay, I'm moving out, I made the decision, I was like pretty set in that decision. But then what ends up happening is when it's time to like actually start packing and leaving, I start to feel regret. That happens like with almost every apartment that I've lived in. But I just kind of have to know that I'm like, I need to stay strong in my decision to move, basically. Like, I made the choice to do it and I need to kind of stick with it. I'm also getting ready to take a month off of work, and taking this month is kind of coming at a little bit of a bad time because this month off wasn't planned. It was very impulsive, and it's something that I felt like I needed to do because of what's going on at my job, and you know, with the whole like asking for a raise situation and not really getting it. And I just kind of feel a little bit unappreciated and a little bit taken advantage of, just a little bit. And so I just kind of was like, you know what, I'm gonna prove to you guys that I'm an asset by taking a month off of work and just letting you guys kind of struggle for a whole month without me. But like financially, this is not a good decision for myself, because it's like, yeah, they're probably going to suffer, but I'm also going to suffer. It's not going to be something that I'm sitting back in the corner laughing about the situation. It's going to be rough for me in the month of August and then in the month of September, because I'm going to be using what I saved up in August to just survive for the month. And then in September, I'm going to struggle because I'm probably not going to have any money. And so I don't know if like I'm making the wrong decision. The new job that I applied for, I haven't heard back. Today's Monday. I applied for the job on Thursday. And the boss said that he was taking PTO, paid time off, on Friday. So he wouldn't be in the office. And then Saturday, Sunday, I don't expect to hear about a business matter. So Monday rolls around and I'm thinking, oh, he's going to get right on it immediately once he gets back in on Monday. And I didn't hear from him today. And I made Istikara prayer. And when you make that prayer, you're kind of supposed to wait to see like basically a sign of what you should do. It's kind of like a prayer for guidance, and you can make it, I believe, up to 7 times on the same issue. And so I made the prayer over the weekend, and I'm kind of just like waiting for a sign that this is the right thing for me to do. I kind of asked for the sign to come in the matter of, if this job is for me, let them contact me and give me the position. But if it's not for me, let them reject my application. So that is kind of like a clear-cut sign that I'm not just like waiting for an emotion or a feeling, because my emotion is telling me to take this new job. But my feeling is kind of like, is it a good idea? I don't know. I just don't know anymore, like what's a good idea and what's not. Like I'm just kind of going with my gut feelings on things, and I just don't know anymore. Like right now I'm walking through my apartment, I'm heating some food up, and I'm just like, am I making the wrong decision by moving out of this apartment? But it's like when I made the decision, I knew what I wanted to do, and I should just stick by that, even though I feel regret. I always feel this way. And so it's like I have to acknowledge the fact that this feeling always comes when it's time to move and change. Whenever you're making changes, you're always going to feel some form of like regret or like uncertainty. But like you kind of have to just go forward with what you knew that you were doing and just stick with it, I guess. I don't know. I have some macaroni in the microwave I need to go get. I shouldn't be eating that right now, but I'm like, I'm hungry and I'm awake. Yeah.
You have a phone number with us?
Yes, I do.
4084, yeah. Did you want to leave a tip today?
I can. You can do $3. Does anybody else keep an emergency Zofran in their car? I've got it like paper clipped right there. I used it yesterday, and so I had to replace it just now. So I keep one in there. And I keep one inside my wallet. I don't know if you can see it down there. My life is crazy.